All right, guys. We got the Dodge Father Wild working myself here. Another week on the books for the meat market. You know, rubber's starting to meet the road here in the meat market, and there's a race for first place. There's a race for last place. Maybe we'll get some people to join on here later and speak their mind. But actually, there we go. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Akipo, made it to the party. Akipo,
What's up, boys?
nice to have you here. We just kicked it off. You didn't miss anything.
Good.
You know, let's just kick it off right off the top, Akipo. Who's winning this week? Is it me or is it you?
I think you have the edge for sure.
I wanted to hear the excuses first, so get them off your chest.
How do you want me to answer that? You don't want me to be honest?
I want you to be honest. Excuses are
Why are you
not.
calling it an excuse then? Is this how we're gonna do this episode, Iceman? Are we coming up with
This is
animosity
my
right
thought
away?
process, man. I don't know if people even watch this stuff anymore. So I just want to, get on here and get the
Yeah.
few talking points that people may care about out and keep these episodes, around that 45-minute mark. So figured we just dive right into it. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you to pump the brakes real quick,
gotcha.
okay?
Gotcha. Okay, we'll circle back to that. We'll rewind the clock a little bit and do a week 7 recap.
Oh, here comes wild work. Here we go.
I
What you
just
got?
want to throw out, and this is gonna, please transition right after this. Garrett Meyer is a plus 376 underdog on the money line this week. Iceman, continue. I just want to call that
I'm
out.
not gonna
That's it.
lie.
Yeah.
I like myself in that matchup. There's some value to be had at plus 370 something.
Yeah.
Week 7. Let's just go through what happened last week. This is after the Riley Gary fire sale, by the way. I faced off with Trust the Process. He traded for Trey McBride. Didn't really matter. And then Cam played Harry Bushwhacker. Cam, you got over the median. You want to speak to that 2-0 week?
Just a great week, man. There was a lot of doubters. There was a lot of naysayers from the week before. We put up a stinker, but it's all about how you rebound, fellas. You're gonna drop a game or two. What matters is what you do after you drop the game, and the great teams win. I did see a couple of the operatives here fall on bad fortune. Iceman, I'll let you kind of navigate from here,
Yeah,
but
that's the next matchup. I mean, Genty's jurisdiction took a L facing off with Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Was that an 0-2 week, Ev?
It was 0-2.
Sorry about
I think
that.
I mentioned this on Sunday. We sold our soul for the United win over Liverpool. Would do anything I could for the win on Sunday morning. Would I take it back? Absolutely not. The boys went into Anfield, got a dub. I'll trade it. I'll trade it for a fantasy win. Still in a playoff spot.
I was about to say you're still cracking that
We're okay.
playoff berth. So
No worries. We'll take 1 week off.
we'll keep an eye on that. And then Chief Steve finally found himself in the W column, facing off with Riley Gary. Bow money, bow problems. A hot topic in this league. Kyle Lark dropped the hammer once again with 196 points, winning the weekly high score. I think he's won 5 times already. Got his buy-in back, and now he's profiting. And then the last matchup of the week, we had the terrorist leader himself, gushing and farting, facing off with Akipo, and somehow scraping a dub with the head-to-head matchup. Akipo getting over the median, though, going one-on-one on the week. What happened there, Akipo? Luck? What was going on?
Yeah, thanks, Bush. I mean, maybe luck. His team actually put up points today. Is there a way to cover Wildworks' camera while I'm speaking? I can't focus. He keeps licking his lips. We got Wildwork and Iceman here. Ev, they're making us out cops versus robbers as if we're fucking the guys to go after in the league. They start the banter, we answer it, and then we're made out to be the bad guys. That's just how I feel.
I like that.
All right.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's a good breakdown. Let's see, Akipo.
At some points, though, Dodgin, I mean, when you lose to Gushing, then it starts to tickle a nerve that you never want to be tickled, okay? And I would be lying if I said I wasn't fuming from 4 p.m. to 9 on Sunday, all right? Let alone Monday. Rashad White put up a stinker.
Oof.
Sorry. Is it luck? No. I mean,
I wouldn't say it's luck. I just, I want to point something out. You guys did have a good performance, both teams. Gushing 148, yourself 140, losing by 8 points. When I opened up your lineup that week, I don't want to harp on it too much, but Caleb Williams, 5 points. I mean, what's going on there?
I know. Yeah, it's his first bad game of the year. So everybody hop on it. Say you were right, Cam. Say you were right. You were right. Cam was right. Caleb Williams sucks. I'm not worried at all. I'm not freaking out. He's put up great weeks before. I do not want to hear any more 1 hour into the morning slate banter as if I'm getting my ass beat and a belt emoji comes by. And boy, I was so close. I mean, if I won that game against Gushing, I would have sent a recorded video directly to him, not even in the group chat. I would have sent it to him, dogging on him for pretending like he was whooping my ass at 10:54 on Sunday morning. Are you shitting me? His team is trash. His team
Well,
is literal trash. He got lucky. Yes.
well,
Hat tip to him. But boy, some managers in this league, one in particular on this call, are living in their dreams. Make the playoffs first, and then we can start talking real
oh,
shit.
there it is. Last week was a little lackadaisical. I don't know if you tuned in during the Riley Gary fire sale, but Akipo was awfully level-headed. I don't know if it was maybe leaned into the fire sale a little bit, trying to get more deals done with Riley, but we didn't see any sparks really fly, and we get Akipo here fresh off the L to one of the tankers in the league, and now we see him explode. What's up, Chip?
I mean, could you say that Equipo switched jerseys tonight?
I
I'm just curious. Would this classify as a jersey swap tonight from what we
Please
saw the before?
explain, Ron. Please explain.
Well, I think the Iceman pointed out that last week, you came into the fire sale and you were buttoned up and you were taking the high road, and then one loss from the terrorists later, and it's it's DEFCON 5 in here. So I'm trying to stay out of the crosshairs, but I'm just wondering, does that classify as a jersey switch?
Can I answer that, Butch?
Yeah, go
Can
ahead,
I
go
answer?
ahead. The floor is yours.
Did you listen and comprehend what the jersey switch meant on the last episode, Wild Work, or are we just
I
making up what the jersey switch was born from?
Sure. I see it as a switch in your disposition, regardless to what that disposition is. So in this case, you went from high road to now you're taking shots at everybody. I don't see much of a difference from me taking shots at Lark and then giving him a pat on the back later, but I throw it back to you. It's your word. You'll change the meaning as you see fit. Regardless, though, you took an ass whooping and it seems like you want to point the finger. So while you put me on on the gun, I'll put you right back on it. Equipo, what's going on in that front office, man? I see you guys, it's blown over into the chat and
Yeah.
you show up here angry with no cats. And are you all right?
First off, what the fuck qualifies an ass whooping nowadays? Are we talking 7.7 points? Is that an ass whooping? Is that what's going on now?
Uh,
You asking my perspective or just in general?
Oh, just rhetorical to the squad. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
This is
It's ridiculous at
perfect,
this point.
perfect timing. Katzen coming in for the second week in a row. Justin Katzen, everyone. How's it going? We were actually just asking Garrett about the loss last week. Um, anything you want to speak on regarding the loss? Is it a luck-based thing? Did the guys underperform? Are we bouncing back now? A lot of teams on bye this week. Katzen, speak to the loss.
We're gonna be okay, Iceman. It's a long season.
Fair.
We got some guys underperforming. We got some guys injured, but it's a marathon, not a sprint, and we're here for the long run. So we're gonna be fine. There's no panicking in Team Equipo. Me and Garrett, we're still having constant conversations. We're gonna be fine.
I got one more question, and we'll move on from the Keepo's discussions for now. But I know how Garrett feels about this player. I don't know how you feel, Katzen. What's your temp check on Caleb Williams?
You know, Caleb's had some ups, he's had some downs. If we're being real, I'm a man of factual. I speak facts, and
Okay.
he's going through some tough lumps right now. But at the end of the day, he's still what, in his early 20s, mid 20s. Where he's gonna be okay. There's a lot of panic, but I do believe in Caleb. I think we got to give him and Ben Johnson some more time, and I think that it's gonna be okay.
Working out the kinks over there in Chicago. Yeah, hopefully they figure it out. Maybe I hope it takes more than this week though. Maybe they figure it out week 9, because I got a matchup with the Cats, and if you didn't check the docket yet.
Believe me, we know who our opponent is this week. There's gonna be some chirping. May the best man win, but just remember it's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
Yeah, like I've been saying for the last month or so, winter's coming. I just care about what goes down in December. Um, there's some trades that happened over the last 7 days. Kind of want to just go through some of the lingering trades after that fire sale we had. Trey Harris got moved, some Calvin Austin action, a little bit of a confusing trade. Riley Gary bought TJ Hawkinson from me for a second. And then we got some waiver claims. This trade, though, I have to ask. We got both of the teams here on the panel, Dodgen and Cam. James Cook in a first for ETN, and a first, a second, and a fourth. A little pick swap action, I believe. You guys want to speak to this trade, maybe where your guys' heads were at?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I like ETN. He's played well this year. But beyond that, I wanted to get a little bit higher up in the draft, man. There's some guys on the draft board for me that are, they're piquing my interest.
Well,
So I wanted to improve my position and keep my fate in my own hands a little bit.
gotcha, big board related. And then Dodgen, taking a chance on James Cook. Well, both of you managers, I just, I can't figure it out. Cam's making moves to get draft capital, but he's 5th in the rankings. Dodging 6th in the rankings, but he's got a whole bunch of picks. I mean, are we in or are we out, guys? Are we still making that decision?
You know how long I've been waiting to get rid of Travis Etienne? Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. I could not wait to get rid of him. I traded so much for him right after our draft last year that was the dumbest trade I've made in this league so far.
That was that Chase Brown and some
Chase
draft?
Brown, a second, and
Braylon Allen.
someone else.
Braylon Allen.
Braylon Allen, which, okay, Chase Brown this year hasn't looked good. Last year looked like a world beater. The second for him, I mean, just in general, doesn't look good. But I've been waiting for him to get off my team ever since, I think, week 5 last year. James Cook, it feels like the MVP of the Bills, it might be him. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Josh Allen's that guy. I think the Bills are realizing they have to ride him to have a successful season. They are 0-2 in games he doesn't rush for over 100 yards.
Yep, true.
And the games that Josh Allen's trying to throw the ball a lot are the games that they are losing. So I think James Cook will be good going forward. I also believe Etienne is on a bye this week, and I had Genty on a bye this week as well. So I would have been starting Pacheco and I believe a Jeremy McNichols this week.
Oh,
Again, in a big matchup against Trust the Process. So that had a part to play in it. I don't think there's a lot of running backs in this draft class up top. So I'm thinking I want to invest a little bit more in a guy who probably has a couple more years behind him. I'm also terrified of Bashal Tootin. So
fair
that is
enough.
the thought
Yeah,
process that goes into all of that. But we'll see how it pans out. Haven't seen James Cook play on my team yet, so this will be week 1.
fair enough. I mean, speaking of the draft board next year, running back wise, I got a hot take that these rookies, running backs that are on their first year this season will pop off next year in year 2. A lot of, round 2, round 3 guys that just are underperforming or not seeing the field. People are getting scared, I'm seeing across other leagues, some of them getting sold for pennies. Everyone just relax, relax.
Is
They're
that
day
is that
2,
you
day 3
just
guys. No, I'm not even speaking on Travion. I'm speaking to Caleb, RJ Harvey. There's a lot of other backs, Tootin. There's other guys. If you're not a first round guy, you tend to have a slow start. All right, so just give it some time. Um, Speaking of a veteran running back, though, that is just absolutely dominating the NFL, Christian McCaffrey. I'm looking through the sleeper notifications on my right hand screen, and I saw 4 days ago you put CMC on the trade block, Team Equipo, and then he proceeded to drop about 40 points the day after. Is he still on the trade block?
Yes, he is.
He Will he be on the trade block every week if anyone wants to come grab him?
Yeah, I mean he's a Birkin bag in the display case of a shopping mall.
Gotcha.
Doesn't mean it's going to go for the wrong price, but we all know
If you really want it, you
that
can have.
no, I'm not trading with you, Iceman.
Oh,
This
okay.
is probably the highest value that CMC will have. And Katzen and I talk about it all the time. I put him on the trade block. I think Katzen was the first one to text me
Hey,
question
hey,
marks.
what's going on here, Garrett? What are you doing over there?
It's a yin and yang,
We're still,
we
we're
we
still, I gotta ask questions because we're still trying to figure out this relationship between you two.
well, if you haven't figured it out by now, Iceman, you're not going to figure it out by the end of the season. I talked to Dodgen
Facts.
about a few good offers. Dodgen's offer was appealing. Katzen told me this is why we're not trading him, and the reason we're not trading him is because what he did this weekend. I mean, we're all in if we want to compete. It sounds pretty dumb to flip CMC, but we've got a lot of young components that both Katzen and I believe in Caleb, Bucky, Bijan, Brian Thomas, Mason Taylor, Jaden Reed, I'm high on too. So it's not like we don't have a future. We just don't have picks. So
Mhm.
um that's the status on CMC. If you guys got something banging, send it over to the table. We'll take a look at it. We're not gonna give him to a bottom 6 team that's given their best and final offer to us. It's gonna be a team that needs the RB1, and we get an absolute haul for him. So, I'd say the
I could give
trust the
you both.
process in Genty's jurisdiction is about like the bottom of who I would trade him to. Iceman's out, so that only leaves about like 4 teams that he could go to. Yeah.
All right, all right. Sure, you're right. I don't need. Who needs Christian McCaffrey when you just traded for Joe Flacco? All right, I got the Joe Flacco Jamar Chase stack, and I promise you, it's something you could laugh about. But just wait till Sunday rolls around and Joe Flacco slings it again, and you see what's going on there. I
Hey,
feel
is Jaden Daniels on the table?
is Jaden Daniels on the table? Do I have
Are you
Jaden
out? Are
Daniels?
you out yet? Are you out yet on
I'm
Jaden?
forgetting who I'm even rostering nowadays.
Because that was a panic trade if I've ever fucking seen one. Talking about Joe Trash Can with the stack on Jamar. What if he has a bad week this week?
No, see, this is what some managers don't understand is everyone witnessed Riley Gary sell his whole team, right? No one said a fucking peep, you know? I didn't even see it. One team say thank you.
I
So
said it on the podcast. It's recorded on the last episode, but
gotcha.
keep
I'll have
going.
to deep dive into that. I'll do
Yeah.
that. But this is just me, being the kind of manager that I am and building relationships and continuing to grow them. I throw David Montgomery to Riley Gary because I don't need David Montgomery. But I do need Joe Flacco. And hell, who knows what I could turn the third round pick into knowing me nowadays, So I may lose a trade on paper. It looks egregious. People laugh at me. And then we wake up Tuesday morning again, and Iceman had the Joe the Joe Flacco Jamar Chase stack that had 60 points. So hey man, call it what it is. Sure, it was a bad trade, but I had to scratch Riley Gary's back after what he did for everyone in this goddamn league last week.
Can That's not why you did
how
it.
are you
That's
gonna
not why you did it.
Okay,
That's not
okay,
why you
why
did
did I
it.
do it? How are you gonna
Let's not
poise
pretend
how
like
are
you
you gonna
did it to
poise
give
this
Riley
as me
Gary
taking
a
advantage
fortune
of Riley
cookie.
Gary when I lost the trade? I gave him David Montgomery for Joe Flacco.
And you were saying it's a scratch your back Riley Gary trade? No, you need a quarterback this week. Call a spade a spade.
Yeah, he scratches my back and I scratch his back. What is he gonna do with Joe Flacco? He's tanking. It's useless.
Of
It's
course, but you're
useless.
making it sound like you're extending an olive branch.
Yeah, next year he still has David Montgomery. What do you mean?
It's a fine trade on paper. You're justifying the reason that is not the reason.
I
You
guarantee
needed
you
a
this.
quarterback this week.
No other person in this league that wouldn't. Let's say you needed a quarterback, Garrett. Let's say you're in the exact position as I am. You would
Okay.
not have offered Riley Gary this trade
I wouldn't have gone after Flacco. You're right.
because why? It would be an unfair trade.
No, I don't like Joe Flacco.
Okay, there we go. That's just the difference. Then we'll just go ahead, Chip.
ICEMAN also, like, I think he indicated he's got Jamar Chase. To me, it makes sense. I think it was an underrated move. I thought it was a great deal for Riley Gary. I think I think there's something going on.
He's
I
agitated,
haven't
man.
done
I
anything to him.
got
I
I got a hot
Oh,
take, Chip.
here we go. Here we
I got a hot take, Chip. I got a hot
Cam,
take,
the
Chip.
angel, the
hold on,
golden
hold on.
child, the most
Hold
respectful
on,
person in the league. Wild work. What have I done?
hold on, Akipo. You
What
didn't
have
let me
I
finish.
done?
You didn't let me finish. Hold on. I wanted to give Iceman the floor. What I was gonna say is I didn't do anything to him tonight that would indicate that he should come onto the stream and just open up by taking a shot at me. I'm offended.
Um,
I'm bothered by it, and frankly, I'm not a fan of it. And I think Justin Katzen's put on a master class in sportsmanship and gamesmanship. And Akipo, you'd be wise to jot some of those notes down. But Iceman, please,
Yeah.
I think I'll take partially the blame of why Kipo's absolutely lit on fire tonight. I mean, he helps in the episode, and I absolutely start bantering immediately about the matchup. Probably a little bit of a flame, but something that you kind of alluded to with Katzen hopping on here, and showing his sportsmanship. I think Katzen may have hopped on the live tonight to keep an eye on Garrett just in case he went a little too crazy. We haven't had Katzen on many episodes. For him to hop on 2 times in a row, there must be something going on in the front office. But I would just leave it at that. I don't want to spew a narrative or anything like that. So we'll move on. I got a question for everyone on the panel because I think it's an elephant in the room. People are worried about my team. Is anyone going to beat Kyle Lark? The guy's won top score 5 out of 7 weeks. I mean, at this point, can we all just recognize that he has absolute juggernaut? Scatter.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, QB2. Bo Nix just dropped 40. AJ Brown's figuring it out.
I would agree with you, except he put up a stinker against Akipo before, and I think one other week he didn't have a great week. And we all know how playoffs go. When injuries come late season, there's no median in the playoffs, fellas. It's all matchup versus matchup. We've seen ties in this league this season. We've seen 1-point losses. We've seen less than 1-point losses. So it's possible for sure. It's already been proven. I think he has the second best team in the league. And Iceman, I think you have the first best team in the league, which is why I continue to say the Iceman coinage is just ridiculous. It's a name that does not fit your team.
Why?
And you have the best team.
Winter's coming. What do you mean? I'm the Iceman. I don't understand what you keep bringing this up, Akipo. That I'm coining some. I'll change my name. Fine. I'll come up with a cooler thing to do. The Iceman. Would that make you happy? How about this?
I don't care if it's cooler.
If you trade me CMC, I'll change my name.
I will trade you 10 fab. That is the only thing I will trade you this entire season.
I can give you for CMC is the only package that you'd accept probably in the league.
If you get CMC, the folks will riot for a redraft next year.
Well, get the pitchforks ready because I think it's going to happen no matter what.
You're not getting – now, I'll tell you right now, it's not happening.
Well, don't sell him to another team because Telling you right now. I mean, I just poach him from that manager. You sell him to Ev, I'm calling Ev right after. Hey, Ev.
No, I'm
you-
making Dodge Father sign a no trade clause, bro.
An embargo.
You're putting a clause on it?
Yeah, bro.
You're putting a no Iceman clause?
Katzen just
What-
hired an underwriter for
What
our front
happens?
office.
What happens if I break it?
Then
You
you owe me
don't wanna know what's
all
gonna
your
happen.
See,
you owe me
that's
all your fab for the season.
Dodge is a smart guy. He knows I'm coming with the wild offer. Chip, what were you about to say? You had your hand up for a second there.
I was gonna say, is it about time we start sounding the panic meter on a couple of these teams? And I won't be biased and throw my own,
You
you know,
know, I just
beliefs out there, but there's a couple teams where, like you said, winter's coming, and I don't know if it's ever gonna end for some of these teams.
there's a
Anybody have any preemptive worries about some of these teams? And if so, who are they? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Hand up.
Yeah.
I think this Gushing team is heinous. I think it's so bad. He he may have just dumped
Ev.
a big pile of shit on Akibo, but it's dog shit.
Jesus.
And I will probably be calling that out for the rest of this league, as long as it continues. But you know, if you can beat Akibo, you can beat Akibo. But seems
Salt in
like
the wound, man.
yeah, I mean Akibo. I mean, I'm gonna talk about the Brandalorian because
Okay,
I
yeah,
just
thank
I
you.
want to put out a beacon like do you hello like Brandalorian, where you at, buddy? Just checking in on you. Hope everything's okay. I know you don't watch these episodes, but someone reach out to that guy and figure out if he wants to be in the league next year. I don't know what's going on over there. Riley Gary's
I think I would.
go ahead.
I
Ev.
think I would trade my team for him if I'm being honest.
Oh, like if he went orphan, you would swap.
Yeah,
No, Ev,
I
you've
mean,
put in
nothing.
too much work, bro.
That'd be legendary storyline.
Dude.
We'll just rebuild again. I like his team: Gibbs, Hampton, Burrow, Herbert. His wide receiver room stinks, but he's got 2 picks in the first this year. He's not going to be that high, so it's going to be he's not going to be, scoring too many points with everyone hurt. So I feel like it's going to be a pretty high pick. I think he'll be okay.
No,
If I'm being honest.
that's where you may be wrong actually about the location of his draft spot. Let me pull up the app real quick.
Is he
He's
5th points for?
Brandon is notorious for leaving some points on his bench. Is he still rostering Alec Pierce? Because that guy's been devilish for the Brandalorian. Let me go
I
to
think he is, yeah.
let me go to max points forward. Brandon actually is sitting at 3rd worst for max points forward. So he's on pace right now to be the 103.
Holy shit, he's 2-11,
Yeah,
2-12.
2-12.
2-12.
Guys, I can't wait to have the number 2 overall pick this year.
I was in real quick, I was in contact with the Bushwhacker who I was trying to pull a 101 from him. And I wouldn't say it's close or it's off the table now, but sending out to the league, that 101 I don't think is solidified. I think if you put the right package together, you can swipe that from Bushy.
I don't think the value. Let me. I think Ev's got the best pick in the draft, and it's Gushing and Farting's pick. Not because Gushing will end up with the 101, but because Carnell Tate will be the 101 to Harry Bushwhacker no matter what. So inevitably leaving you the true 101 in the draft, whoever it is, because Carnell Tate will not be the number 1 overall pick in the class.
There's no way he takes Carnell Tate.
There's no way. There's no way.
I'll paint a picture like this. The combine happens. Carnell Tate ends up being a top 3 receiver in the class, top 4 receiver in the class. Gets drafted to a good situation in the early 2nd round. Who knows, man? Who knows? Lands on the Chiefs in the 2nd round. Lands on the on the Packers in the second round, the Bills in the second round. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was the 101 in Dynasty rookie drafts way back when, just because he got drafted in the first round of the Chiefs. So, just saying, you never know nowadays.
That's interesting. I think there's no chance that he goes Carnell Tate, to
Who
be
knows,
honest.
man? I mean, it's week 7. Let's just get through the season before we're deep diving into stuff of that nature. Any hot takes on maybe people that are middle of the pack, maybe gonna climb up the leaderboard here soon? Kipo claims that Wild Work's a fluke. So anyone you got climbing up the leaderboard, Kipo? Chief Steve, Furrow, Riley Gary.
Yeah, not Chief Steve. Trust the process. I do think. I mean, he has the team as long as they are healthy and produce this year. He's not young, but I think he can certainly finish like 4th. I would say I put Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Trust the Process in the same tier. Rogers a little bit above Trust the Process, but I think Trust the Process could finish above him.
What you got, Chip?
We're just ignoring reality. What are these picks based on? Because they're not based on the history of what's occurred in the league. Because the first week, you've seen it. You could run the episodes back. I put hands and feet on Nick Friedel. So I'm just curious, how are you drawing these conclusions that he's somehow in a tier above me? I'll wait.
Above you? I didn't even mention you there, Wild Work. What do you mean?
Well, but the question was, who do you see potentially? Because you said I was a fraud. You might have missed this, or you could run the tape back when you're watching this.
I did do a little bit of instigating when I posed the question. That's
what do you mean? Hold
you.
on, clarify.
It was framed as, what guys outside of the top 6 do you think are going to jump in? And that would mean they have to displace somebody. I would be that somebody. And you said Nick Friedel. So I was just wondering how you arrived at that.
No. That doesn't have anything to do with you. Both Trust the Process and Rogers could make the top 6, and so could you, pal. So that's a little self-admittance of your team's got Swiss cheese holes.
Oh, yeah. It was the question he asked you. So I think you missed it. And now you're saying I'm missing. So it was you that missed it. You'll see it when you watch this back.
I got to put some time away in the near future just to get Akipo and Wild Work on here, but by myself, and have a sit down between them. I have to write out some questions because we got some stuff to hash out between you managers. Do you guys play each other anytime soon?
I don't know if we play each other.
I don't think so.
Have you guys played each other all season?
Oh,
yeah. He beat me.
Here we go.
He beat me by 12 points. And
My bad. I actually didn't do that on purpose. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Dodgefather, anyone you got climbing into the ranks? Or dropping out. Anyone dropping out of the ranks?
If I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Wildworks team's very good.
I mean, what are we doing here, fellas? What are we doing here?
He brought out a belt and put up 62 points against me, and we just happened to ignore it the rest of the season.
Hold on. We need
62 points.
It's
the lowest this league might ever see.
we need to do some truth telling on this podcast, because up until this week, my team would kick the dog shit out of Evan's team on 99.9% of weeks. And hats off to him for the week that he beat me. But until he inherited James Cook from me out of the kindness of my heart. See, I got to stop doing shit like this.
Because I told you, it'll bite you in the ass.
I got a problem.
It will bite you in the ass.
Akipo, hold on. You'll get your moment. See, I kissed the ring for the Dodge Father. I said, if I have to watch anybody win in this league, as much shit as I've let Evan run off about, I figured, you know what? Why not another guy who climbed from the bottom up to the top? And now the narrative is that his team was always better than mine. Maybe today
we have the same record.
Smoking crack. Our teams are not even remotely close until this week when you got James Cook. Just go look at any number or any metric you want. You're talking about the lowest points I'd put up. What's the most points you've put up? Because I just keep doing it. Just go ahead and scroll through.
Last time I checked, all you gotta do is beat the median. And I haven't seen you collect any checks for being the highest point total. So
but I've been number 2. Have you
number
made the
2? No, that's cute. That's cute. What does that get you? You want a cookie?
You got the 1.1 last year. We got 2 would have been an incredible achievement for you. But if you made the top 3, I'm curious.
Have I made the top 3 of what?
Have you finished top 3 weekly scores at any point this year? I'm
I don't
curious.
think it matters. Does it matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter
if I
now.
have fourth,
Okay.
if I have
All
fourth
right.
most points every week the rest of the year, do I make the playoffs?
Well, so if it's not based on ranking, which I'm ahead of you in, and now it's not based on the points that we've put up, what are we basing this
so we're
off?
tied. So we're tied on record.
No, I'm ahead of you. Based on the points that I've put up in the league.
Record looks like 8-6 and 8-6. Is that? Am I seeing
You're
something
familiar
wrong?
with the tie-breaking mechanism in this league,
Wild
right?
Work has scored
Iceman,
58
could you
more
explain it
total
for him? 'Cause
points.
I think, yeah, okay.
58 more points. Oh my goodness. That could all vanish in a week when he scores another 62.
It's week 6. That's like 8.5 a week. I mean, that's a decent amount per week. That's like
I would say
3 points a player.
I would say, if I could jump in, 58 points is actually a lot, considering the Wild Work just put up 67 points. So
Thank you, Cat Daddy.
if you,
Thank you.
62. I just want
Wild
everyone
Work
to know-
doesn't understand that's a backhanded compliment right there.
I
He
just
put
want
up
everyone
60
to know he scored 62
I mean,
points
yes,
in a week.
correct.
At what point
That
do
is-
we
that
ever
is bad.
trust his team to win
Guys,
a single week?
guys, everyone.
I mean, we start 10 players, right? 9, 10 players.
All
You
right.
average 6 points per player. My team will never do that ever. I could have one person
It's almost
score
like
60
we're not
points.
accounting for the fact that like 4 players got hurt. I love the narrative, fellas, but eventually
Sam
we gotta
Darnold
bring
still
it back
scored
to
20.
strategy.
Sam
20
Darnold
points
accounted
for
for
a
a third of your
quarterback, Evan,
points.
is average. That's what we're getting at. It's maybe slightly above average. Maybe not for the guys you roster, but again, fellas, we got to get back to reality here, because I get it. Now he has James Cook, so he's going to run his mouth a little bit more. It was a brilliant move, a great chess move there by the Dodge father. I actually love that. See, this is Iceman. If you were wondering, well, I can't tell if he's in or if he's out. This is why. Because the church mice start singing.
You
And then I
know,
realized, you know what? Maybe I'll go back to the well and get a guy just to shut one of these fellas up when I see them. But I've said enough.
I love everything that happens on in this league. Simultaneously we got a shootout between Akipo, myself, and Kyle Lark for who's the best team in the league. But underneath us three, there's all these teams duking it out, and they're trying to figure out if they could scrape in and they want to be in the playoffs, or if they should make the move to be in the playoff. If it's worth it is the question that these managers have to ask themselves. And at the end of the day, I think it is. I think it is worth it to get into the playoffs any chance you get. So if you're Chief Steve and maybe, got some more light at the end of the tunnel with CeeDee Lamb coming back, or you trust the process and you just sold the house for Trey McBride, I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's worth chasing towards. So everyone keep pushing towards that playoff run, because like Akipo has stated, who knows what happens. It's 1 week and you're out. So you got to figure it out quick. Akipo, what you got?
If I'm being honest, I don't think it's that much of a rat race below. I think the top 7 right now are the only people that have the chance to make the playoffs. If Steph's team performed that bad the first 4 weeks, they're going to have a bad week again, and he's already 4-10. By my calculations, almost too far behind already. Like, I think it's trust the process.
I think Stefan has a chance to squeak in the 6 just because he has 100 more points than some of these. Oh, actually, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, he's just been unlucky. His points against is like 100 higher or 200 higher than some people. I just think there's some positive regression for Steph.
But he's only won 2 medians.
Fair. Lad and CD is really what it comes down to for him. He just got Swift, a week ago.
Yeah. I mean,
Drake May's
potential.
coming. Drake May's coming together.
4-10. I mean, that's a tough hole to dig out of.
I think that kind of raises the question: what is the win total that gets you in the playoffs? I think mine is 17. I think 17 gets you in.
16.
Chip, are you able to pull up last year?
Yeah, let me pull it up here.
I think 16 got the 6 seed last year, 15 or 16, but it was a tie between 6 and 7.
I'm gonna have to check what I put the tiebreaker as. I probably put it as points forward.
I think it is points for, not max.
Last season, it was 15.
Was the 6th seed?
15.
Yeah, 15 and 13. The
Thir-
great and powerful Kyle Lark came in 6th.
Who came in 7th with the win total?
Bushwhacker, 15 and 13 as well. Just
Bushwhacker started off hot last year.
140 points for or less.
I think Bushwhacker won more games the first 4 weeks than he did the rest of this. Like I remember Drew had such a hot start to this league, and then all of a sudden it just blew up in his face. But
How did Gushing go from 20 and 8, tied for the number 1 seed, number 1 best record, and now he is where he is now?
It was a facade last year.
I'm telling you,
It was an
dude, he
absolute
figures out how to
facade.
get. Dude, if you look at what his lineup was last year, it wasn't anything like. You wouldn't look at his lineup and be like, "Oh, he's gonna go to the championship." Like that's why I'm like, just get into the playoffs and see what happens. I think he just had like 3 running backs that were solid, but
Mixon was cooking last year.
Mixon and Jacobs.
Yeah.
I think he had
Did he have
Mixon, Jacobs, but like he had like Russell Wilson at QB still.
Yeah,
I don't know how
17.
Akipo pulled this off. I mean, I'm looking at Akipo's roster from last. Najee Harris, Jalen Waddle. From Akipo, maybe you've been actually the best rebuilder, as quiet as it's kept in the
Yeah.
league. And this is an insane roster.
Oh,
fit.
I
No,
thought I
honestly,
should hit on
hold
this
on,
in a-
Butch. Hold on, Butch.
Here we
Wild work,
fucking
you
go.
too, because I'm looking at you at the 12 spot last year, which I believe is the worst in the league. So, I mean, if you can make the playoffs this year, all props to you, brother.
Is this
Can I?
is
Can
this
I?
you
Can I?
guys making up?
Can I,
Wait. Is this
yeah.
you guys making up live on the street right
Can
now?
I? Can I just?
I
say
think Akipo is taking a shot at me. Go ahead, Cat Daddy.
this is incredible. 10 minutes ago, I thought I was gonna have to play therapist with these two, and now we're kissing each other's ass a little bit. This is true. This is truly incredible. I thought I was coming on because I had to do some quality control, but this is beautiful.
No,
You know,
let me rephrase that. Cameron was 12th last year. I'll end it there.
No, you gave him flowers.
Don't
No, Wild Work
don't
knows
that
that was a
back-
backhanded compliment. None of this fluffy shit, guys. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier, I hate when people say, I gifted you. You inherited this from me. I scratched your back. Shut the front door, man. This is a fantasy football league. Nobody does anything in the kind-hearted spirit that you guys make it out to be. I'm talking about
You're
you
wrong
two.
there. You're wrong.
Wild
there.
Work
I
and
do
Iceman.
stuff out of the kindness of my heart sometimes. So
Yeah,
Not in the
completely.
league. Not when it comes to players. You're a good man, Iceman, but not within the league. Don't make it sound like you're sending gift baskets to me and Cats and with Bijan.
no,
Like,
I fleeced you for Bijan, but I do kind things to other managers.
Wild Work.
Yeah, Akipo, I just think, there's a yin and a yang to everything. A nice way to call back how you referred to your relationship with the Cat Daddy. But listen, you just said a few moments ago there's people you wouldn't trade to, which means that there's people that you would trade to, which means that you have preference. And if you have preference, that means that you're probably doing something that you wouldn't do under another set of circumstances. So I think there is some favoritism. There are some deals that get done based on rapport, and you're a sales guy. I mean, you know that. We've done deals before, and we haven't done any since you ran your mouth. So I think that's a good indication of what the Iceman was referring to.
Has nothing to do with rapport. It has everything to do with our path to the chip. Okay, that's where you guys are getting your lines blurred.
I gotta ask you a serious question, Garrett. What happens if I win the league again this year?
I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Not emotionally. I'm talking, you go back to the drawing board. You ever watch Hard Knocks when they're in the draft process and they got that big board and they got all the names of the players currently on their team
Mm-hmm.
and they're moving guys, and when the Giants Hard Knocks happened, he had someone in his hand. It was Saquon Barkley. You're gonna have Christian McCaffrey potentially in your hand this offseason. If I win the chip this year, I mean, I'm just trying to think of what your movement's gonna look like with no picks.
It's obvious. You got to liquidate the high value assets that aren't a long term play in your organization. None of those high value assets will end up in the 2-time winners' hands of this league. Like, that's just, I mean, let's not, we're acting dumb here, guys. Why would I trade Iceman CMC to just give him the golden ticket? Like, I mean, it's what? I don't understand anybody that questions that.
Can I get Bijan back? I got enough to give. I think I got enough to get Bijan back.
Are
Honestly,
you serious? Are you serious right now? Are you being serious?
man. All right, I'm just telling you. The only way I lose is if people start prying these guys from my hands. So, I'm. I don't know what else to say. Really, we're at the 45-minute mark, guys. About to round out this episode. If anyone's got anything they want to hash out, air out, put the league on notice about, speak your piece. Uh,
I gotta say, Iceman. There's a lot of tension going to Garrett all the time. Granted, that's my boy, it's my co-owner. Some of it's warranted sometimes, not gonna lie. But I know there's a lot of tension going on with him, and my line's always open as well. If you need something, my line's open. There's two lines there. So I know Wild Work, you and Garrett got some tension sometimes. This goes to everyone. Um, just don't forget about me
I
sometimes. You know,
love that.
put some respect on my name, and just that's all I gotta say.
Go ahead, Jim.
Katzen, I've called you 3 times, brother, and no text, no call back. See, I'm starting to get what these guys are doing. And it's phenomenal. It's one of the best charades I've seen in a while, and I just put it together when he dropped that monologue. I mean, 3 calls, no reply, no text. I've got no issue with the keeper, no tension. I whooped his ass when we played. I don't know what kind of tension we flushed it. But Katzen, I do appreciate it, and I'll reach out again. Hopefully this time, you make room for me if you can find it in that busy schedule of yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that, Cats, and just so everyone knows, they can indeed hit up JCat to get deals done as well. There's multiple outlets there for Kipo. Kipo's biting his tongue here. Anything else we got to air out, or anyone want to get off their chest here?
I will say, besides the big matchup of Iceman and Akipo this week, I think the winner of me and Trust the Process makes the playoffs.
Ooh, that's a good
I would
call.
agree. I would agree. I think that's the matchup of the week for sure.
Also, the neighborhood might lose by 80.
Who's the neighborhood playing?
Bo Money.
Oh, Bo Money, Bo problems. I'm telling you guys, everyone wants to talk shit to me. Oh, don't give Iceman CMC. Lark is winning this shit, guys. Lark
I would
is
love
winning this shit.
for Bo Money to win if it's not the Akipo.
Dude, Lark
Nobody
is
wants to
winning.
see the same winner year 1 and year 2 of a dynasty that just started. And oh, by the way, he's the commissioner and the podcast host.
Dude, no funny business on this side.
Smells a little bit funny to me.
Oh, here comes
Iceman.
That's why I changed my name to the Iceman. Because come December, everyone's gonna be coming for my head, man. Everyone's gonna. What's Locke doing over there? Well, that trade looked a little fishy. Oh, 2 years in a row. How does he have all these? I know ball. It's that simple. I know ball. I'm sorry, Kipo. I'm invested. I just drafted better, man.
Yeah.
I'll put it like this, guys. Announcement to the league: if I win again this year, we can have a vote. We can have a vote.
I swear, this team has been through too much to have a redraft.
It
We're
has to
not
be-
redrafting. We're not. There's no shot we're redrafting.
All right.
0 shot. I don't want to hear anything from Gushing. I don't want to hear anything from Chief Steele. None
Let
of
it
that.
commence then. Let it commence. I will be filling up the rings, fellas, because I mean, I don't know if you've taken a gander at what I got cooking, but I got Joe Flacco, baby.
Yeah, you got Jaden Daniels in the hospital.
Is he in the hospital?
Might be soon.
No, he's fine. He's just a little thin. He's okay though.
I think
else-
Wild Work had something to say there.
Yeah, any other grievances or anything you want to air out before we get out of here?
I'm just, that crystal ball of mine, fellas. It's It's been the void of misses this year. I'm smelling something a little fishy coming in the playoffs. I get it. Iceman's team looks good. Bow Money's team looks good, but if you let a guy like myself in there, any given Sunday, we've seen what can happen. Just ask the Keepo. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, fellas. Well, thank you for hopping on the app this week, and hopefully we get this published as soon as possible. Good luck, Akipo. Good luck, honestly. If you pull out this win, kudos to you. I'll keep my mouth shut for a couple weeks, but we all know how this story's gonna end. So
Yeah, no, I think it's like 65% chance you win. But question for you, Iceman. First off, where'd you get that hat?
this
Yeah,
sleeper ship this to me.
NASCAR event?
No, it's number 1.
Okay. Second thing, what happens if I do somehow squeak out the win?
Kudos to you, brother. I mean, starting Joe Flacco.
Is that where we are?
What'd
Is
you
that where
say?
we are?
What'd you say, Iceman?
I said kudos to you. I mean, I am starting Joe Flacco.
With a wink?
I mean, I'll
Oh,
put it like this: if you get the
oh,
win,
they're already coming, Katzen.
if you get the win, the sentiment's the same. I mean, winter's coming. I'm here. I'm here for December, man. But it would be nice to beat you here and maybe pop up into that 1 or 2 spot and trying to get that bye week. My goal is to get that first round bye. That's all I really care about.
Excuses.
We'll see. I got some trades in the works. Who knows what my lineup is come Sunday?
Yeah, it's probably with gushing or wild work. Anyways, hope you guys have a
You
good
got
week.
something to speak on there, Kipo?
No, never, man. Never.
You got something to speak on?
Never, man. I just, I agree with you. I'm focused on the playoffs. Katzen is too. Wild work. Hope to see you there. Dodge Father, you too. I think you'll squeak in. But I mean, at this point, yeah, never mind.
Wild work ain't making it. Don't worry
Some
about it.
frustrations coming from Akipo.
Isn't it interesting?
It's just
The
I'm
nap-
trying to put my finger on what's going on in the brain of Meyer, and he's sitting at the top of the leaderboard. He's got the numbered 1-2 running back. He got Brian Thomas. Roster's looking good. Somehow he's frustrated. It's something that I did or something that you did, Chip, and I can't figure out specifically what it was.
No, it's a bunch of boy who cried wolf in this bitch. It's a bunch of fucking
Hold
bottom
on,
4
Kipo.
teams that call BTA at 10:54 on Sunday mornings. And it's
You
just,
got to
I'm
call out
sick
from the
of it.
terrace.
I got a call from the terror every week. It's wild work, chirping, "Where's Akipo? He's having a bad Sunday morning." Just go crack a fucking Topo Chico, guys. Relax. And then we got Iceman ha-ha and at all the text messages that come in about Akipo, but won't send his own message. It's a lot of fugazi out there. A lot of just this. A lot of, it is winter. Why are there so many birds chirping around right now? All right? Save it for fucking springtime, off season.
Okay.
I'm done with this shit, man. I lost to the worst 2 teams in the league. It's a fucking bird poop on my shoulder. Simple as that.
All right, I got nothing to say on that. I mean, I'm just gonna end the app, let the people watch and make their own decisions. I mean, whoa. Good luck out there in week 8, fellas.
Good luck, fellas. Week 8.